Drywall work can be messy and tough to get right. The Hyde Mud Gun helps you tackle drywall jobs with confidence and success, and without the mess. It operates like a caulk gun. Just squeeze the trigger to release drywall compound, and the Mud Gun lays down just the right amount for each kind of drywall job. Perfect for taping, finishing, and patch repair. Load directly from a 5-gallon bucket or use a convenient mud pack depending on your model. The Hyde Mud Gun. Fast, clean, and professional every time.
If you've ever stripped a screw or broken off the head of a bolt, you know how frustrating that can be. Well, not anymore. Introducing the Speed Out Damaged Screw and Bolt Remover. With the Speed Out, you can easily remove any stripped screw in 10 seconds or less. You'll never again be slowed down or frustrated by a stripped screw or broken bolt. Phillips heads, flat heads, hex heads, painted overheads. The Speed Out gets them all out in 10 seconds or less. The Speed Out is a must-have for do-it-yourselfers, boat owners, hobbyists, mechanics, carpenters, or anyone else. The Speed Out is quick and easy to use. If you can use a drill, you can use the Speed Out. You simply drill out the damaged area with a patented cutting end. Then you flip the tool around, and the extracting end pulls it right out. It's that simple, it's that easy. Notice that the cutting end makes a perfect cone into the screw. This makes an ideal surface for the extracting end to grab onto. In fact, this patented process works so well, you can even remove 4-inch long stubborn deck screws out of redwood. Even if you break off the entire head of a screw or bolt, you can still extract it right out, no problem. The Speed Out is a must for every toolkit. No more headaches or wasted time. And best yet, the Speed Out is affordable. For a limited time, you can get the entire Speed Out 4-piece kit for just $19.95. Call now, and you'll get 4 different sizes of Speed Out extractors for every situation. Don't wait until the next time you strip a screw or break a bolt. Call right now, because sooner or later, you're gonna need a Speed Out. And to make this offer even better, we're gonna give you free shipping. You heard right. Free shipping for everyone who calls right now. And as an added bonus, we'll also throw in a lifetime warranty. If it ever breaks, we'll replace it, no problem. Call or log on to the website and get your Speed Out right now. It'll be the best $20 you ever put in your toolbox.
Hi, Dan with HomeRite. I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Quick Painter. The Quick Painter is a trimming tool that has a pad, a trigger, and a fill handle. To fill it, we're going to remove the pad attachment and put the tip of the Quick Painter into our paint. We're going to depress the trigger, pull back on the fill handle, and wait for a moment while it fills with paint. When it's full, we release the trigger. We're going to wipe off the excess paint from the fill tube. And now we can put the pad attachment back on. I like the pad attachment opposite of the trigger, and I'll show you why. There's a little air in here, so we'll want to purge that, and what we'll do is we'll want to hold a rag in front of it, and we'll push the trigger, and you'll hear that air come out, and now we're ready to go. You can see the paint is coming out, beginning to come out the holes. Now we're going to use the Quick Painter to cut in along this window. To do that, I'm going to put the edge, there's a guide on the edge of the pad here, right up against the trim on the window. I'm going to give the trigger a little push to feed a little paint. As I do that, I'm going to move it up and down to work the paint into the pad. Now, as I need a little paint, I'll give the trigger a push, and just working it in, I can cut right up to the edge of the window. After edging is complete, you can remove the pad attachment. Depress the trigger and return unused paint back into the can. This will save paint and speed cleanup. Now we're ready to clean up. I have a wash tub with some warm soapy water here. I'm going to put the pad attachment in and let that soak, and we'll rinse that out. Next, I'm going to show you how to clean up the handle. We're going to hold the trigger and pull water up into the handle. Give it a shake to help loosen the paint. Then press the trigger to discharge the water. We're going to change the water, rinse out the pad, And then we can dry everything off and reassemble it, and we'll be ready for next use.
The drawer slide jig from Kreg makes it easier than you've ever imagined to build projects with drawers, which means you can create projects you might have only dreamed of before. That's because the drawer slide jig takes the guesswork and uncertainty out of installing drawer slides, and makes it easier for anyone to install drawers that fit right and glide smoothly every time. The drawer slide jig does this by securely supporting the slide in the exact position needed as you install them in the cabinet. Plus, the jig supports the drawer boxes as well to ensure that the slides get installed on them with perfect alignment too. Whether you're installing drawers in a cabinet with face frames or in a cabinet or piece of furniture without frames, the versatile drawer slide jig clamps in place easily. And the jig works with ball bearing, epoxy coated, and undermount slides. Using the drawer slide jig couldn't be simpler. Built-in tabs register the jig's brackets in place precisely. Just align the tabs with the face frame and then clamp the bracket in place. This positions the bracket exactly where you needed to place the jig at the right height and does it without measuring, ensuring foolproof, level positioning of the slide. On frameless cabinets and cases, the process is still simple. The brackets register against the front edge of the cabinet and clamp in place at the layout line, sitting straight and level every time. Once clamped in place, the jig's brackets support the drawer slide completely, providing that third hand you've always needed to hold the slides in place. No matter how big or heavy the slide, the drawer slide jig holds it in straight and level, so you have both hands free to drive in the screws. And the drawer slide jig doesn't stop there. After all, the job isn't complete until the drawer box itself is aligned and installed. That's why the jig's brackets are reversible, so they can be mounted to protrude out of the cabinet and hold that drawer box in the exact right position. That allows you to set the drawer box on the brackets and then pull the slides into position. The sturdy brackets hold everything in place as you drive in the mounting screws. With the Kreg drawer slide jig, you'll have the confidence you need to take your projects to the next level and create custom pieces with drawers, because you'll know that you can create drawers that look great, fit correctly, and work right. For more information about the drawer slide jig and the rest of our hardware installation solutions, visit us online at kregtool.com.
This tape here, if you pull on it in this direction, will withstand 2,000 pounds of force. We have here a new tape or ribbon called Braun that's going to be introduced into the marketplace that literally has thousands of uses waiting to be discovered. Just as ice turns to water and turns clear at any temperatures above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, this tape requires a temperature of 138 degrees Fahrenheit to turn clear. So by taking this tape now, which is fully crystallized, two polymers, and exposing it to water above 138 degrees Fahrenheit, the polymers turn crystal clear, just like ice turns back to water. And as the tape cools, it will go back to a fully crystalline state again. When we combine these two ends and we heat them up again, and we make them crystal clear, or anything else that you want to set, and if I was to pull on this, it would require over 3,000 pounds of pressure to break. Okay, what we're going to do here now is we're going to remelt this little piece that I was working on before. And then after it's been remelted, I'm going to twist it into even another. But I can move it into a little plug like this. This can be inserted into two holes where a bolt dropped out, or if you want to fasten something. It could be going into a piece of wood where the screw has stripped it all out. But as this hardens now, this becomes almost indestructible. There's millions of places that you can put just a plug like that. But we can produce a finger splint for a broken finger very quickly out of this tape, something that's very, very flexible. and you can form a finger splint. When that cools, it'll be just as stiff or as strong as steel.